get your mind back online and connect to the divine. I'm excited to share with you guys a series that I'm going to be bringing to you. I've been working on a lot of content for the past year or so, so I'm excited to compile it, condense it, and share it with you all to help you guys connect back to the divine and start living your best life, start living to your highest potential. In this series, I will be sharing with you guys what the divine actually is, what the true self actually is, and identifying what the false self is, this ego. So today's video is a pure introduction into what the series entails, and then we'll start from the very beginning on how to start unlocking and discovering our true authentic self. So what to expect in this series? In this series, I will be sharing my personal insights and my journey along the way of discovering my true authentic self. I will share with you guys powerful tools and techniques that I've discovered. If you were to use these tools and start implementing them in your daily lives, you will start to unveil your true authentic self. You'll start to uncover who you truly are and start unlocking your gifts, your talents, your abilities. We will learn about dissolving the false identity, the ego self. We'll break free from conditions and limitations that have been impressed on our minds since birth. Since we are born, we're told we are this, you are that, you are this label, you are that. We need to break free from all of the impressions that have been imprinted on our mind. We will gain an understanding and learn about the importance of having the mind, body, and spirit in alignment. Because when we are in alignment with oneself, you allow the activation and the channel to be open to the divine superpower that lives in every single one of us, that powers this human vessel. Our mind craves knowledge. Like, we want to know everything. We want to be certain about everything. We want control. Our mind just wants to know knowledge, be certain, and control every situation. But the true reality is, to attain certainty in this life, we must be connected and open to our true selves. Because when we are open and connected with our true selves, we are connected to divine wisdom. We are connected and we transcend certainty, right? You tap into a deeper knowing within yourself. You're connected to the universal consciousness, the intelligence, because the knowing is energy. The knowing is frequency. The knowing is vibration. And that's who we truly are. We are energy, frequency, and vibration. And when you're in alignment with that, that's the truth. You're in alignment with truth and wisdom, which transcends the mind that wants certainty, the mind that wants beliefs. You're connected, right? So this is the core of who you are, and this is the aim, to connect back to the divine superpower that is inside of every single one of you. You all have it. I believe I was this ego, I believe that I was this body, I believe that I was this mind for many years. I was stuck here. But when I tapped in and found who I truly was, the core of me, I unlocked so many powers. I unlocked so much power inside of me that we are the creators of this reality. We are the creators of our lives. So I want to help every single one of you that are watching this video. I want to help you get back to your authentic self and find the power that is inside of you. Also, in this series, we have to have an open mind. We have to be open, with an open mind, right? A lot of the stuff I'll be talking about, your mind will be conflicting, going, oh, what is he talking about? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Because it doesn't ring true with your belief. It will have an inner conflict. So we must, if you're going to watch this and you're going to start wanting to know the truth, we have to have an open mind. Just keep an open mind, right? Because when you have an open mind, you can embrace transformation. You allow yourself to open up, right? And also, having an open mind is actually allowing ancient knowledge and teachings, right? We allow ourselves to open up and explore the ideas of ancient knowledge and teachings which have been taught many, many years ago. And what we do, and what I've done over the last few years, is get these ancient teachings and knowledge, right? And what we do, we basically extract it, we download it into us, right? We compile it, and then we apply it to our daily lives. We apply the knowledge to our daily lives, and then we get wisdom, right? We get the wisdom that's inside of us. We have the insights, we have the experience, because no one can take away your experience. So once you have this experience and wisdom, you create structure around that. And that creates the structure within yourself, because the mind wants to conceive things, it wants to receive things, right? It needs to know, you need to convince the mind to take action, right? And from this applying of knowledge and wisdom and having these insights and truths and your reality of experience, you're able to create your desired reality, because the mind will be able to conceive the data, and then from there you convert it into action, physical action into this world, physical action into the world, and you experience the reaction of your actions. And that's how it works. We are experiencing the reaction of my past reactions right now, of me standing in this video, recording this, because I made loads of actions previously, and it's all led to this reaction of me creating this video. So we are the creators and operators of this human avatar, and we're going to find out, we're going to discover, and we're going to go on this journey together in this series of getting your mind back online and connecting with the divine. Now, brief introduction, we're going to go basic. We're going to go basic and start from the bottom, because before I started this journey, I was stuck in this mind and body. I was stuck in this ego. I was identifying with this mind and body. I believed I was this and that's it. There's nothing beyond this. Right? I wasn't a religious person. I've grown up in a Hindu household, but I wasn't very religious, let's say. I've just always been scientific and believed in science, and everything has to be provable. But when you actually tap into the divine and actually feel it and connect to it, it transcends everything that we've been taught with the intellect mind. Intellect mind is knowledge, data. It tries to rationalize it, categorize it, and analyze it. That's all it is. But it's no feeling. There's no feeling when you're using your left side of your logical brain. We need to understand that the ego is just an identity. The ego is who we think we are. We think that we are this body and this mind. When you come into this world, you're given a name, you're given a nationality, you're given a race, a religion, a culture. You have beliefs, values, class, and taste, right? These are all your labels that you're given. You're born into this world, and the labels have been already given to you because the categories are already there, and they say, you are this is your name, this is your nationality, this is your religion, this is your culture. They're just all labels. That's the first thing we need to understand. They're just all labels, right? So we have been labeled and boxed as soon as we come in and we're born into this world. This is who you are. The world has created all of these labels to keep you boxed and controlled from knowing who you truly are and what you're truly capable of, right? The mind creates all these conditions and limitations. We identify with things on the outside world. A lot of the stuff I used to identify with, I'm dyslexic, I have ADHD, I'm an introvert, and I'm shy. When I connected to my divine self, these labels don't exist. These labels only exist if I identify with this mind. But I'm more than this. You are more than this, right? We are more than our labels. When we identify with our labels and titles, yeah, you're giving power and energy to them. Basically reconfirming your labels when you identify with them, saying, I used to identify them all the time. Yeah, I'm dyslexic. Yeah, I'm an introvert. Yeah, I've got ADHD. Yeah, I'm shy. The more I say it to the world and other people, I give my energy and power to it, right? So when you're attaching these mind labels, you're setting conditions on your mind. You're setting filters. So you're like, I am dyslexic. I am got ADHD. So you just justify everything and all your actions through these labels, and you start seeing the world through these labels. Then you miss all these other opportunities because you've got filters on, yeah? which confines your true potential. When you're labeling yourself, when you identify, you're saying, I've got this, and it's programmed into your mind, and then you filter the world like that, right? So we need to be detaching away beyond the labels, because the labels only exist in this reality, right? It's just exist in the mind, because the mind just wants to categorize everything, right? So when you detach away from these labels, you allow the channel to open up, right? Within inside of you, you allow the channel to open up, and you allow yourself to connect to your true essence, your core. You are beyond these labels. You are here. The POV is when you're identifying with this identity, these labels. I am Bindesh. This is who I think I am. I am in the 3D world, right? When you're in the 3D world, the 3D world is polarization, basically. You, me, good, bad, light, dark, love, hate, left, right, rich, poor. This world is about polarization. This world, this 3D world, is all about total opposites. That's how we can experience this reality, through opposites. But to have that understanding of this world being polarization, we have the ability to transcend polarization. If you have a look at this one, the mind and body complex. So when you got the POV from this avatar, and you believe you're this mind, I'm this body, you have my identity. I like to call it my identity. I am my thoughts. I am my programs. You can't control your thoughts, right? Thoughts just come into your mind. They just pop in, and then you witness them. A thought came in. But when we believe we are thoughts, we identify with them. We attach to that thought, and then we give it power, and then we keep feeding that thought. The more we believe it's us, right? So you can only observe your thoughts, yeah? You see a thought come in, and you're the witness of that thought. It's only if you identify with that thought and say, that's me, then you're giving it power, right? You didn't create that thought. It just came in. You can't control it. The only thing you can do is identify and say, that's my fault. The other one, I like to call it, is body identity. It's identifying with your body, right? I am this body. I am this emotion. This is me. You sense reality with your 5 senses: touch, sound, smell, sight, taste. These are your 5 senses. This is what you use in the world. This is why you believe you're it, because you're sensing reality with the 5 senses. So you believe you're the body now as well. So the thoughts and the body. But you can only experience emotion, right? You can witness the emotion. You can't turn it on and off. The emotion just comes, and you just have to deal with it, right? You can't go, I just want to feel like that. You can try, but it just comes. You can't help the way you just feel. You just got to go through the motion, right? So you're just a witness of what the body is experiencing. Also, the bodily functions. You cannot control your digestion. It happens by itself. So then you're not the body, because you can't even control it. You're the witness of the digestion. Even the breathing is just happening. We can control our breath, but the breathing is happening automatically. You are just witnessing the body, right? So what truly is happening is you are the witness inside of the body. You are having the experience from within the body. You are just the consciousness. We'll get to that in the next slide. So if you just quickly have a look at this line here is, let's say below this line is the 3D world. It's this world that we're living now, and above this world is energy, and energy basically manifests into this world, yeah, which creates matter. So it's matter is energy vibrating at a certain frequency. This pen is vibrating at a certain frequency. This is just energy. I am energy. This whiteboard is energy. Everything is energy, but it's vibrating at a certain frequency, which basically turns it into matter for me to experience it with my 5 senses. So that's what the 3D world is all about, right? But above the 3D world, we have the immaterial world, the spiritual world, the one that we can't physically see with we can't use our 5 senses to experience it. And that's where thoughts come in, yeah? That's the metaphysical world. It's the mental plane. So your thoughts are actually, thoughts that come in are above this material world. They come in. Our brain is an antenna. It's just picking up thoughts. It's electrical. It's just picking up thoughts. And that's how it works, because we are energy, yeah? This is the physical world. Above that is the spiritual world, material world, immaterial world, just above. So now let's look at the identity from your true self, of who we truly are and what we truly are, right? So our true identity of who we are spiritual beings, yeah? We are consciousness, we are the awareness inside of the body. We're using that to have a human experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. That's what it is. So the mind and body is just a vehicle for us to have the experience. So the high level view, let's have a look at this one here, right? Our entire existence is made up of energy first. Like I said on the last slide, everything is energy. Everything is energy first. Everything. I know it's a little bit hard to wrap your head around, but when you get into quantum physics and you'll see that everything is energy first. Everything is quanta energy. I think it's quanta. It's quanta. The universal law of conservation states that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be changed from one thing to another. So the energy can become light, heat, movement, sound, and the total amount of energy stays the same. It can just change. It can transmute into different things. So no matter what it shifts into, the overall energy levels stay balanced. That means that energy existed first and then it just manifests and switches into different things like light, heat, movement, sound. That's what the universe is. We are light beings. We are light energy. This means that everything is energy first, right? So we can call this source, we can call it God mind, we can call it universe, we can call it prana, we can call it life force, we can call it consciousness, we can call it energy, unity, oneness, love. It's all one thing. Everything is one thing, right? And at this level, there is no polarity. Like when we're at the ego level, there's duality in the 3D world. But at that level, at this top level, there's no polarity. There's no right or wrong. There's no disharmony, but there's only identity. And all is one. Everything, it's all is one. Everything is love, everything is light, and light is love. That's the infinite source. Energy, and then it transmutes into different things and it switches, but it all comes from that one source. That means that everything is connected. What I'm doing right now, talking to you guys, I'm connected to you guys. Whatever I'm doing here is doing something else, it's somewhere else in the universe. We're all connected. So having that high level view of what we truly are and what everything is, we understand that then this body is just a vehicle to experience this 3D world, this reality. Coming to that understanding, we need to break free from the box. We need to break free from the duality of choosing sides, left, right. This is why this world is always making us choose good, bad, left wing, right wing. This is all to create division, all to create division, yeah? Because when we go to the source, we're all one. Here, division, right? But we need to transcend division. When you break out of the box of these labels, you tap in to energy, and energy is a feeling-based system, right? Your mind is just intellect, it's just knowledge, it's logical, it tries to rationalize things, it tries to measure things in this reality, and then it tries to know things, and then that's why we label everything going that, to make sense of the world. When we transcend beyond logic and rational reasoning, we tap into our feeling-based system, right? And a feeling-based system is our heart. We start to feel reality, but we have to have an open mind, an open heart. We need to forgive everyone and everything, because again, we're all one, but if we're not forgiving, we have a closed heart, yeah? We're locked. We need to have unconditional love and compassion for everyone and everything. If I do something to someone, that is basically doing something to me, because we're connected. So we must treat others how we want them to treat ourselves. We must forgive others because they're just a mere reflection of who we truly are. That's it, right? So aligning the mind, body, and spirit, right? Open heart, forgiveness, compassion. We open up the channel. We open up the channel and we go beyond the 5 senses and we tap into our 6th sense. Our sixth sense is to access our multi-dimensional self, which is beyond this reality, right? We've come down and we've descended into this reality to have a human experience. But when we're from here, having an open channel, we can access our sixth sense, our multi-dimensional self. We start to have extra sensory perception, clairvoyance, premonitions, and intuition, because our intuition is our feeling-based system. We intuitively start to sense the spiritual world, the code of reality, like where this is the interface that we're in. But if you want to see the code behind reality, your intuition is in tune with that. You just have a feeling. If you're going somewhere and you get this feeling that it's right and you do it and you're like, I knew that. But if you get a feeling of wrong and you still did it and something bad happened, you're like, I should have listened to my intuition, because your intuition knows more than this intellect mind, right? And this is what we need to start trusting our feelings, right? We need to start trusting our feelings. So what happens here? When you're in alignment, you're connected to the divine with your sixth sense. You're channeling the life force energy, you're channeling the conscious energy. What is happening? You're basically tapped in, you're connected from the spiritual world. The spiritual reality is connected to that. So you're actually interfacing with the universe through your feeling-based system. And then your reality, your game, the game you're here to play, is heightened because you're just flowing with life. Everything is just coming with ease. You're playing the highest version of yourself. You're not allowing this labeled mind to rationalize and everything and talk you out of things, right? And make logic decisions, because to play life and flow, we must be in tune with energy. We must play with energy and flow with energy. So the mind, body, and spirit, when it's in alignment, you're connected to unity consciousness. You're connected to source energy. Yeah? So if we'll have a look at here, if we look at the mind being the intellect, the mind being the intellect is actual, let's have a look at it as software, as computer software, operating system, right? And this operating system is programs, habits, and behaviors, yeah? So if you think about your mind just being an operating system, and if you think about your emotions being the code inside of that operating system, it's how it operates, right? So we have all these programs, habits, and behaviors, and the code of that operating system dictates the emotions, right? Because emotions is just energy in motion. So when we're channeling energy, when we're using our energy, it's emotion, energy in emotion. So that's the code of your operating system. And then if you have a look at the hardware, let's say the hardware is the body, it's the five senses, yeah? It's the five senses, it's the hardware. So you've got a laptop and you've got a software. You need to install the mind onto the body. So the mind controls the body, the operating system controls the hardware on the laptop, yeah? And what you're doing with the laptop, you're having an experience, you're experiencing applications, right? It's an application with the interface of the software. So that's what you are. Your body being the hardware, you're interfacing with reality. You're having application of experience, yeah? I'm playing with an application right now. This is a pen. I'm experiencing it, right? Just imagine that on the laptop. You're experiencing an application on the laptop. So that's how to see that the hardware and software is one thing. If you consider the spirit now as universal consciousness, like the internet, like the web of truth, it's the wisdom, it's like you're connected to the internet. When you're connected to the internet, you have unlimited updates. You can update your computer, yeah? You can give software updates. You can raise your level of consciousness because you're connected to the internet. So you can keep upgrading. You have unlimited potential because there's so much vast applications and stuff you can download, right? You have unlimited access when you're connected to the internet. You can have anything. And then you can access your divine blueprint, yeah? You came here with a plan to what you wanted to experience. You can access that when you're connected back to this divine internet, yeah? So that's the way to see it. You have a computer, you have software running on the computer, you're connected to the internet, you can get downloads, you can get updates, you can keep up to date with the hardware and the software. If anyone is familiar with computers, let's just go a little bit further and let's say that the webcam is your insights, yeah? It's your third eye. We'll get to it in the next few episodes further down, but let's just say it's your insights. So the webcam being your insights, the hard drive being your brain, yeah? The VR headset being your eyes. So imagine you've got a VR headset on right now and you're experiencing, it's the display on the laptop. That's the VR headset, your eyes. Then you've got the microphone, which is your ears, the sound is coming in. Then you've got the throat, which is the speaker. The speaker is here. Then you've got the CPU, which is your heart, your compassion processing unit. It's the heart of the machine. Without a CPU, it doesn't work, yeah? The mouse and keyboard is your hands and feet. It's you're touching, right? And then the power supply of the laptop is your solar plex. It's your own personal power. We'll get into that with about chakras and alignment stuff in future episodes. But if anyone's familiar with solar plex, that's the PSU. And if you're familiar with the sacral chakra, the desire, the pleasure, that's your GPU. It's your graphical processing unit. You want to experience graphics, right? So that concludes the introduction episode of this series about getting your mind back online, yeah? You can find a link to view this slide in the video description below. So I'll just pop that in there. So be sure to check that out if you want to just go back and have a look at these slides and just see in more detail. Stay tuned for the next episode. Trust you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a like. Also, drop a comment below. I'd like to hear your thoughts and your ideas. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button just to stay up to date and notified when I drop a new video. Your support means the world to me, guys. My goal is to help as many people get their minds back online. I hope this one helped, and I'll catch you in the next one. Send you much love and light, my beautiful souls. Goodbye. Oh yeah. Get your mind back online and connect to the divine. Oh yeah.